Hello everyone, welcome back. We're Team E of the Módulo Zero Sustainability Graduate Program. I'm Marletuni Salazar, and my teammate Diana Laura Figueroa and I are going to talk to you about values and education for sustainable development and in tourism. Some researchers over 2 decades old concluded that tourism wasn't a sustainable, achievable option, agreeing that it wasn't a viable objective of sustainability. However, in recent discussions, the term has been more intervened, enriching a different understanding of development and more branches of progress. According to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, tourism has the potential to affect and contribute to the completion of all 17 goals, particularly the targets of the 8, 12, and 14 goals that are based on economic growth, sustainable consumption and production, as well as ocean and marine resources usage in a sustainable manner. Tourism is nowadays one of the biggest industries with fast growth of the world. It is one of the important sources of employment and foreign exchange. It is especially related to the social, economic, and environmental well-being of many countries, and in some cases of those countries is the primary source for the economic sector maintenance. In the Rio 20 Plus agenda, tourism was mentioned as a significant contributor to the dimensions of sustainable development, thanks to its easy linkage to various sectors and the ability to generate trade opportunities and job opportunities. It also mentioned the activities of sustainable tourism contributes to the developing of countries in order to reach a sustainable development. In order to tourism be considered sustainable, it has to be environmentally and culturally friendly, socially and humanely just, to consider gender equality, and has to be beneficial in economy. In order to support sustainability in a high level, the dimensions that it should have are the promotion of environmental awareness and the environmental conservation and protection of the wildlife, respect for the biodiversity and ecosystems, look for the welfare of the local communities and their cultural diversity, as well as supporting the local economies and the natural environments. In 2002, the World Summit of Sustainable Development called for the promotion of tourism, adding the concepts of non-consumptive tourism and ecotourism. They stated in this same plan that eliminating poverty could be achievable through sustainable tourism as well. But how does tourism actually benefit and help us achieve the Sustainable Development Goals? Previously mentioned, tourism helps to achieve every of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals in its own way. Some of them are providing income through job generation and the supply of local products to tourists, tax income could be applied to achieve health services and better care, the promotion of inclusiveness and empowerment of women through job opportunities, investment in tourism infrastructure can benefit the water supply for the communities, and then shift this investment to increase the renewable energies, generating jobs and making equal opportunities for people in their origin land or cities. Also, the focus on maintaining cultural heritages and the beneficial adoption of sustainable consumption and production modes create more jobs. Also, tourism relies on the well-preserved maritime and land ecosystems, and from the interaction of multicultural backgrounds of tourists, it comes an understanding of other communities and strengthen. All these can strengthen the public and private section partnerships in order to achieve the sustainable development. Some of the plans of the Committee of Tourism and Sustainability are also important enough to mention, such as the Plastic Initiative for Cleaner Ocean, the biodiversity conservation of maritime and land, the auto energy solution for energy efficiency, the climate action, and the travel facilitation for better tourism and easier tourism, the small island developing, just to mention a few.
Well, in the Mexican economy, tourism plays an important stand as it is considered as one of the possibilities to shift the wealth from rich countries to poor countries and their economy. And in some cases, it can even be seen they reach directly to the families or certain village. Tourism can be domestic or national. The difference between these two cases are only in their geographical features. Actually, Mexico is one of the countries that possess high biodiversity richness, diversity of people, cultures, and characteristics that make it important tourism destination with high potential for economic flows, and it has more than 3,000 kilometers of common border with the United States, making it an economic, political, and cultural exploitable sector. In the tourism industry in Mexico, the government set three main goals for the development. These ones are aiming foreign exchange, creation and employment, and diverting the migration of international society to the tourism pole. Although there has been some success to achievement of these goals, Mexico still has an increased dependency to loans and foreign capitals and investments, and this exposes the cause of the working wretchedness and the limited jobs in the sector. Types of tourism in Mexico. Exist 5 different types of tourism. These ones are social tourism, children tourism, tourism for old age and retires, natural tourism, and beach tourism. Okay, so let's get started with social tourism. This is not as usual nowadays as it used to be. It was the type of tourism encouraged by local institutions for their workers, giving them low prices, offers, and discounts for Mexican destinations in order to enrich cultural knowledge. Some of these destinations promoted on the past by IMSS and ISD, and alike institutions in Puebla, Veracruz, Oaxaca, Acapulco, etc. The second is children tourism. This tourism focuses on the underage attractions and activities for the kids. This is a wide area of possibilities that is currently being exploited by Acapulco, Puerto Vallarta, and Cancun. The third one is tourism for old age and retires. And here, the National Development Plan and social programs have been recently had budget cuts. This leads to a shortage and deficient branch of tourism in Mexico, leaving this type of tourism only supported by shelters and private international companies. The fourth one is natural tourism, also called nature tourism. This is based on the natural attractions of an area, for example, photography, stargazing, camping, hiking, hunting, etc. And the last one is beach tourism. This one is the most common tourism here in Mexico. Actually, according to a report by the Ministry of Tourism, a growth in the tourism beach sector is expected in destinations such as Cancun, Chetumal, Acapulco, and it also indicates that the tourism received in these places foreign tourists even to the 82%. To conclude, the tourism in Mexico is so important since 1920s because it's an essential part of the economy here. Thanks to the tourism, a lot of cities and communities remain because they are the main source of work. Tourism is a very important side of development in every country. Actually, in 2017 was constituted as the International Year of Sustainable Tourism, making emphasis on its importance to the world, saying that it generates 1 in 10 jobs in the world and makes economic movements up to $1.4 trillion in exporting goods and services to other communities of the world. It represents many areas of development and improves the communities that receive tourists and economical and social instance through product consumption and interlinkage between different societies. However, not all is good in tourism, as it has too much carbon footprint through transports and accommodations, leading with this to global contaminations and climate change. So it's climate change at the same time that is affected by it. But the benefits that it gives to the natural scenarios, environmental and cultural conservations is of high importance in order to reach development in a sustainable way. That was all from us. I hope you enjoyed.